Hi everyone, I'm Jodi Barrows with The Square in a Square. Welcome to our live webinar today. This is September of 2023, and what happens in September is fall. Now, I don't know about the rest of the United States, but Texas goes crazy when it gets fall. And the reason why is because those triple digits of 107 to 110 get swept aside to our cool temperatures of 98 degrees. How does that sound? We're hoping that yesterday was our last triple digit for this year, and today and for a few days we're going to be in the upper 90s, and then on the end of next week we're going to have a high of 78. So the boots are going to come out, the sweaters are coming out, and it's a whole new fashion statement in Texas. It's hilarious how 78 degrees is cold and the sweatshirts and the boots come out. So we're very excited about that. Everywhere we go, people this past week have been talking about how excited they are that the triple digits are going away. But let me tell you, with the Square in a Square, we are just heating up. We are working our way to Quilt Club Week, which is the last week of September. And our Premium Club classes start, our fall semester start on Monday. In 2 days, we're going to be having our first Premium Club class, and we also have a free class on our option overviews. Now, if this is the first time that you have stepped into one of our teachings, then welcome. I'm so excited you're here. If you are a quilter or a piecer, be prepared to have your quilting life changed. I mean changed. Just as I was putting up some of these fall quilts to show you today in our fall trunk show, I saw a quilt that I made back in the early 80s before I started doing the Square in a Square. And as I looked at that quilt and all of the imperfection, and it's a primitive quilt, I love it, but as I looked at it with all the imperfections in it, I was excited because that was where I was at. But this is where I am now. And you can have that same story. You can have that same testimony. You can have quilts that you love, but they're not perfect. They're not great. And with some time and some effort and learning the Square in a Square system, you can become the piecer you've always dreamed of, up your game, hone your skills, and just be quilting away. I can't begin to tell you the text messages and the emails that I have gotten in the last 2 weeks of people talking about, and on the Facebook pages, talking about how the way that I teach quilting and approach the piecing of a quilt, how it has changed their quilting life, and how excited they are that every quilt they make, they figure out a way to make it with the Square in a Square system. And I love that. I love the questions coming in, no matter how basic they are, for a brand new beginner with the Square in a Square. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you've been quilting 0 days or years or your whole life. The Square in a Square system is a whole new concept. The science of patchwork and overcutting and the pressing, the way that we teach, is a whole new concept in the way that you do things. So everybody starts at the same level. So don't be intimidated. Also, don't think you know it all, because we're gonna tax those brain cells a little bit and tease them up a little bit to get them thinking about things in a new way. So we have had the we had 2 Mondays where we taught a simple strip quilt. So you can go back and look for those. Those were in August. And then last week we started teaching the option overview, which is where you learn how to make what we call the basic square. And we spent almost an hour just on this construction of the basic square last week on Monday. So go back and watch those. You can find them in YouTube or Facebook, or you can join our email list and go right into our email website area, and there's lots of free videos for you to watch. But go back in and just start immersing yourself so that you can learn the Square in a Square and be better and have more quilts. One text that I got this week, a lady said, I was just like, whoa, this lady has gone to town with this. She said that, I think she said it was June or July, so not long ago, this summer. She said, I found your Square in a Square system. I ordered the books and the rulers, and she said, I am now starting on my 5th quilt just since June or July. And she said she'd had 2 teeth pulled at separate times and 2 other health issues that she's been through, but she's not letting that stop her or her excitement. She is just running full speed ahead. So last week in the option overview, we spent almost an hour working on this little square, learning how to do them fast and efficiently, and how to a little bit on colors, not a lot. If you watched last week, the main thing that I want you to do in these option overview classes is focus on the options. Don't worry about size, don't worry about color. That will come later. The first thing you have to do is start learning the options, working on what we call the option overview book, and getting these grids built in your brain. I talked about how preschool and kindergarten, you learn squares, circles, and rectangles, and those are now a grid in your brain. And you know what? I bet you can spot squares, circles, and rectangles everywhere, every day, because you know that, because it's been a grid that has been put in your brain. So we now have new shapes with stuff going on inside of those shapes, inside of those squares and those rectangles, creating some triangle units inside of those squares and rectangles. And we need to create these new grids, these new options, these new shapes in your brain. So that is what this class is all about. I got a lot of text and emails about colors. How do we change colors? It's easy to do. Once you learn the concept, I think some of that stuff will come pretty natural to you. If not, just text. I love having the text line. And one lady that was texting this week with me, she said, this is like I have a personal instructor at my beck and call 24/7. And you know what? You do. You can go to this text line, 817-713-2879, and you can send me a picture of what you're wanting to make. I can make a little video. We can go back and forth. There's a lady, when the webinar's over, I'm going to make a little video for her and help her with her block, so that we got the options picked out, but things aren't going together the way she wants. It's not as clean and neat. So we're going to help perfect that for her. And it's so easy to do when you use this text number. Now, this text number is for quilting questions and for me to help you with quilting. Please don't, on this text thread, ask me when your membership is due, or how do I find this, or whatever. Please do that with an email so that we can have a paper trail of follow-up, so that we know that you've gotten everything that you need. And Steve handles all of that. I don't know how to get in the computer and find out when your Premium Club subscription is out. That's his domain. If he gets a quilt question, he has to bring it to me and say, hey, Jodi, here's a lady. And then, like one particular person, I'm ready to help her. I know what she needs, but I don't have her phone number because she did it with an email. So now so it takes a little bit more time. This way, we'll get to you quicker. Now, when we do have a big promotion going like we have now with our fabric sale that goes to the end of September, and I'm going to show you some of those and some of the quilts, and then our Quilt Club Week, the end of September. But so I guess the point of that is that we're really busy right now getting patterns made and videos made and orders shipped out to get ready for our biggest event of the year, which is our Quilt Club Week. And it's a celebration that we do for our Premium Club, but we invite others to come and join in and learn and be a part of the fun. So we'll talk more about Quilt Club Week later, but we're getting these options overview classes last week and this coming Monday and the next Monday, so that people will know how to use their books and rulers, be excited about what they're doing, know how to find it in the book, to be able to start making 4 or 5 quilts in the next 4 months to the end of the year, just like that lady that texted me. And then we're hoping, of course, we're hoping that you come join us with Quilt Club Week and with Premium Club, because with that, quilting never sleeps and the party keeps going on, and we want you to be a part of that. So here is your official invitation to join Quilt Club Week and Premium Club. You can go right to the website, squareandsquared.com. Now, there's 3 things that when you go to the website, well, 4. That last one's kind of funny. 4 things that you should do if you go to the website. Number 1, sign up with your email. That way you can get